Well, hello, everybody. It is Connor and it is Gabe. We are back here with, that was a very sort of like nonchalant opening, but, we're back here with 2 hours of Leeds United content. Possibly, well, it will be even more for me, Gabe, but that's why we do it. And we're back here doing the watch along for Sunderland. Tough game this evening. Apparently, I've just seen a couple of the comments. Mikey is saying that apparently Sunderland fans are not happy with the lineup, which is interesting. I've not seen the Sunderland lineup yet, but Gabe, anything in particular? Sorry, just dying there.
Choked on my coffee.
Tough one tonight. 3-1 Leeds. Connor, be watching the Rwanda vote. Hi, Connor. Gabe, hello. So any surprises in there for you, Gabe?
No, not. I mean, to be fair, I haven't watched more than 2 or 3 Sunderland matches this season, so I'm not maybe the most familiar with their team. I'm familiar with the results. It's a bit sporadic, up and down. So I don't think this is a team that should scare us, to be honest. I think that we should be feeling good about our ability to get a result in some way, shape, or form out of this match.
Even if
it's just a draw away.
Yeah, 100%, mate. There's 110 of you in the building, and that will grow, as we always know with these watch-alongs. Please make sure you're hitting a like on the video. Also, check on Gabe's channel. Well worth the content. Me and Gabe are doing a little bit on our Patreon as well tomorrow if you want to join in for a bit of a podcast on all things Leeds United and all things Championship. So it should be interesting as well, getting a little bit of a gauge of this match. We've got a lot of content to go on. And the debrief, Jesus Christ, it just keeps coming. The debrief will also be back tomorrow. God, I don't know what's going on at this moment, this period of year, Gabe. It just seems like I've got a cough and it just will not leave me.
Because you keep working out these grubby closed gyms with poor ventilation.
It's a terrible... It's like a proper muscle juice head gym, of which obviously, I'm quite set apart from it all. But
I don't know why that's the thing. Like, I know that's a thing in the UK. I remember it being a thing. It's sort of, you're not going to become Spartans by working out in a place that looks like a dungeon.
Looks like it. Oh, you're just saying like it is. Yeah, I agree. It is.
We need to train like they would train in 400 AD. And this will really.
It is one of those. It's like clunk metal. It's all that. It's all that sort of stuff, really. I didn't realise you was a Fallowfield hillbilly until I saw your IG story on it. Mate, it is the only, basically, Gabe, there's this, it's like it's pretty much like Headingley. It's like a student area in Manchester, and it is horrific, mate. An absolute dump. But they've just got this gym on the outside of it, which is just affordable. And on Black Friday, I joined it for £30 a month, which in Manchester is very, very affordable unless you go to one of the tripe gyms. So, like,
Connor, do you have CrossFit over there?
I was doing CrossFit for the best part of a year. The problem is with CrossFit, Gabe.
No, wait. Before you say your problem, can I tell you my problem with it?
Go on.
Can I tell you a story?
Go on, tell me a story.
Before I moved to the UK the second time, a friend of mine named Al, he was like, "Hey man, I've been working out at this place. It's awesome." I was like, "I already know what CrossFit is, Al. I'm not going." He's like, No. This isn't one of those CrossFit broy gyms, because I just, even when I was playing, I never liked to do the weight training days. I liked playing, but I didn't like to train. And off the pitch, I didn't like to train in the weight room. And so he's like, no, it's not like that. You'll really like it. So we go to the gym, and you know what CrossFit gym is like. They've got all these various stations and stuff. And it was in sort of the middle of the woods. So some of the running was around an outdoor kind of trail, which was cool. Yeah. So you do this circuit, then you'd go run, then you'd come back and do the circuit. So in theory, I thought it was fine. Then these like 3 Goomba looking guys who come in with their shirts off and like a t-shirt sleeve on their heads to keep their, I was like, the hell are these guys? My friend was like, I've never seen these dudes before. They must be from another gym. So when we started out in the stations, every rep they were doing, whether it be like the weights, bam, on the floor, they would shout the word CrossFit.
God.
Boom, CrossFit. Boom, CrossFit. And I literally stopped what I was doing. I looked, I was like, this can't be real. Jumping up on the boxes, CrossFit. I was like, I'm out of here. I left like 20 minutes in. I'm like, I can't be stood in this gym. I think that the echo is from Connor's audio over there, Ryan.
It's now just been eradicated. Sometimes StreamYard does irritate me like this.
The CrossFit was echoing through your flat.
Yeah, exactly. Connor, don't waste your dough on gyms, burpees, and a 20 kg kettlebell. You both have any specific pre-match superstitions. Gabe isn't a very superstitious man.
Mm-mm.
I don't really. I tell you one thing, which is going to definitely irk a lot of you, and it won't irk Gabe. Hello, Lofts as well.
Might irk me. We'll see.
This will not irk Gabe. But I haven't, for the first time, Leeds have won 4 games on the bounce. No, obviously Rotherham was a different. I don't think I was wearing it Rotherham, but I've worn the long sleeve Fowler new Leeds top that I've got, the retro top, and we've won every single time, and I haven't got. But mate, you don't believe in superstitions, so
no, I don't. Right? That's why I'm irked.
Yeah.
But what happens when we lose a match? Anyway, like what's your explanation for it there?
I haven't got an explanation for it, to be honest. It's just one of those things where, like, then I'll start wearing another shirt and just have blind faith in that. At 6 a.m. over here in Adelaide. Come on, Leeds. Hi, guys. Living the pack content lately. You're smashing it. Come on, Leeds. Obviously, LEFC Loft says. Connor and Grimsby. I'm not liking the thought of Clark up against Gray. Archie's class, but he ain't right. But I mean, we know that, Gabe, don't we? But what I will say about that is, when he came up against Mavadidi, he did a really decent job. And yeah, I'm not as bothered as that. I think Archie's done a fantastic job, really. Listen, Jack Clark's a good player, but Archie's an exceptional footballer as well. So I think, I'm comfortable with him there. Are you?
I've seen the lineup. Are we sure that Archie's playing right back and that Jed Spence isn't? Yeah, I know Archie's in. But I think you were saying in one of your match previews that you'd rather see Archie Gray playing left back because he's maybe a better all-around footballer than Jed Spence. And I agree, actually. I think if you have to play, he's being played out of position either way. Yep. I guess maybe because, you know what I'm like. I don't necessarily just buy into the dominant foot type thing. But the reality is when you are playing closer to the touchline, it does matter in terms of your ability and confidence to open up your body. I haven't seen a lot of Jed Spence. I don't know of his ability to play with 2 feet. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I think if Byram's hurt, this is the strongest lineup we could have fielded, right? And so I'm happy with if Farka feels like Archie's going to continue good at right back and Spence can play left back, then let's see what happens. I don't know what other lineup you go with if it's not Archie at left back. Yeah,
you're gonna have to do it, aren't you? I agree with you though. It is one of those where I'm looking at it and thinking, I think it's just central midfielders are able to create I don't know. I think they've just got a sixth sense for almost creating angles in tight spaces. And I think at fullback, you naturally, when you're progressing as well, get a lot more time on the ball. So I think Archie at left back would be fine.
I think your window of perception as a center midfielder is just different. You're more used to being under pressure faster. I mean, I only played a couple games my entire career as a 6, and it was
totally different.
Whipping my head behind my back every 5 seconds because I was so paranoid that somebody was going to be right on my back. So.
Ruben Hardcastle, what's with the red background? We are playing Sunderland.
Blood of Sunderland in the Leeds United water.
The red tint of Sunderland, and it is the stadium with light in the background as well. Hi Connor, hi Daniel. This is a Leeds win 4-1. Oh, Gabe, that would be delightful. I think this is going to be one of the toughest games of the season, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Then again, let's be real. I haven't seen you come into a single match where you've been like, we're gonna walk it. It's just not really.
Well, I've had the last six, 7 games as winning every single game.
No. That is a different sentence. I didn't say you wouldn't say we wouldn't win. You said you've never come into a match, I don't think, and said we're gonna walk this.
Well, two
different things.
Do you think we're gonna walk it tonight?
No, I predicted a 2-1. So that's a gritty win.
Yeah. Huddersfield.
That's different than 4-1. 4-1 is walking it. Although I do love that there's no shutout in a 4-1 victory.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty sure Rotherham, I said we'd win 4-1. 4-1.
I thought you predicted 2-1.
Huddersfield, I think I said 3-1, which I guess is kind of walking it. I never get them right, but yeah, I think
I don't know. Your score predictions have been pretty dire this season so far.
Yeah, they have. But I do think, mate, it's almost, how do you describe it? It's. I think outside the 4 of which we're talking about every single week, Leeds, Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton. I think, and I've said it really from the start. I know me and you had a bit of debate about it, but I think this Sunderland team are probably the outlier. Maybe they're more West Bromwich Albion. I think they're the outlier to the cast, really. So I don't think it's.
Connor, this is a team through the month of November into December that drew with a red-carded Swansea. They beat Birmingham, but who hasn't? They lost 2-0 to Plymouth Argyle. They lost to Huddersfield 2-1. They drew with Millwall 1-1, and they squeaked past. I know West Brom has been a bit resurgent lately, and they're doing okay, but they're not really. There's no one in West Brom's team that I look at, with the exception of the injured great man Daryl DK, that I think would give us any physical problems. So I don't know. It's just in response to one of the comments there, I wouldn't be shocked if we lost because we are playing away to a half decent side. And I'm not arrogant. I don't think that, we win matches on paper. We have to actually go out and win. And we have young players who are inconsistent because that's how the young players are. And you never know. I mean, Jed Spence, I hope it doesn't happen. He may have a shocking performance. He hasn't played in a while. He hasn't had a lot of time with his teammates. We'll see how this goes. But to Alex O'Neill's comment there, I agree. I think there are other teams that scare me more in the division. I wouldn't want to play Southampton right now.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's the top four, right. And that's they're tight games, and there's evidently a class difference there. I think Sunderland, maybe West Brom are the best of the rest. That's probably what I would say. That's why I don't think it's going to be an easy game. But
I got to give us credit too. I know we haven't. I know we're doing the debrief, so I'll save some of this. But I remember in your watch along last week, you were talking about how the match felt very Rotherham-like, against Blackburn. But Blackburn's a handy side. They give all kinds of teams problems this year. Their problem is consistency. And it's not so much that they looked super threatening, but they make it difficult for you. I don't necessarily know that Sunderland make things difficult on again and again. I have to admit, I've only watched a couple of matches, but what I saw was just in terms of where they sit, they don't make it hard to play against them all that much, in my opinion. I think there are goals in this match for us. So, all right, Matt. Good man. That's nice.
Tom said 1-0 Preston.
It's Preston playing right now.
Tom said that. Is that
maybe Preston's playing at the moment?
Are Preston playing Ipswich? If so, that's fantastic news.
That is great if that's true.
If that is the case.
It's a brand new iPhone. This thing's lagging.
Not the night for a melee howler. Ryan, please don't put that in the ether, my friend.
Preston's beating Huddersfield right now, which
is completely irrelevant. But cheers, Tom.
But I appreciate Tom keeping an eye on the other scores. That's nice.
Yeah, thanks for the updates, mate. I think Ipswich are away at Watford, aren't they? Yeah, John, I've just seen that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're.
Why have all these other teams got like 2:50 Eastern time kickoffs? That's really strange.
Have they kicked off already? 15 minutes before.
All the 5 other matches have kicked off. They're in the 8th, 9th minute right now.
Oh god, they're showing highlights of when Leeds were good against Sunderland. Flipping it. Tough watch.
Ipswich has Watford, of course they do. Easy.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be that much of a challenge, to be honest.
Yeah, Watford really falling off.
AJ says mixed emotions for me. As mentioned before, my old school friend is a Sunderland interim manager tonight. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go. That is cool, mate. Teams do generally have chances against us. A fair few headers on Saturday, loads of corners. Depends if other teams can take their opportunities. Yeah, and I think that's it, Mark. I think, mentioned several times that if we were to be, to land in the Premier League at some point, there's some serious improvements that need to happen throughout this squad. And I think I think you are still seeing teams carve opportunities out against us. The difference is in this division is that the quality in the final third is just so lackluster and below average that we can get away with it. So, it's going to be an interesting one. But if Sunderland are also wasteful, then that'll be fantastic as well this evening.
It's also worth pointing out that we're averaging in terms of the kind of chances we're giving up. The average XG on a chance against Leeds United is 0.3, which means that there's a 30% chance of conversion. Now, of course, that we're just talking XG, right? People overperform, they underperform. But what that does tell us is just in terms of the quality of chance that manages to get in on our goalkeeper, they're more likely not to score than they're likely to score, just in terms of the quality of chances we get. So we do give up some chances. I mean, that's going to happen. But I think one of the reasons we're only averaging a goal and some change per match is because the defense is doing a good job of limiting the quality of chance. They're not particularly high quality chances. But it doesn't mean you can't get at us, but it just means that,
yeah. But it's another one where it's you look at it and it's a must win. I think this is the issue at the minute. It's a lot of people. I saw some talk on Twitter. The voice of the medium of reason. That Leeds don't have to win this game, and I just completely disagree with that. Completely. I don't.
Well,
think
contextualize
that's right.
what you mean, because mathematically they don't have to win this game.
Mathematically we could lose the next 10 games and be fine. Potentially, who knows how the season will end up? But yeah, I think what I mean by that is the problem is Ipswich are on this momentum train at the minute, and there seems to be a couple of blips, but overall, 90% of the time they seem to be trucking on quite nicely.
Yeah, they are.
And that's my thing, Gabe. I think that was a really, really good win for them at the weekend. It was a fantastic. I actually thought they'd slip up at Middlesbrough. It was a really good win. And I'm just looking at it and thinking, because I'm expecting Ipswich to win again tonight, I'm expecting Leicester to win tomorrow. We have to win again. And that's the problem. I've said it on so many streams, mate. We have to be near perfect. And we've won 7 out of 8 games. I mean, that is ridiculous. And we win tonight. It's extending that unbelievable record. But it just feels at the minute, mate, that I don't know if it feels like December's pivotal, because we're not getting any moments at the minute in terms of just being able to catch Ipswich. And obviously that was, we fondled the bag a little bit with Rotherham, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, Ipswich is a team that up until a couple of weeks ago, it's not that I wasn't taking them seriously. I was trying to give them as much credit as I thought they deserved, which was credit for a good start. But I kept thinking, there's
Watford
no way they can
just... Watford 1-0. But can I just say, Gabe, let's just focus, and it's great, but let's just focus on where we're at. We've got a tough game tonight, and they're going to be well up for it. This is going to be their biggest game of the season as well. Sunderland, they hate Leeds notoriously. So yeah, let's hope Watford.
Middlesbrough, see what that got them. But quick, just end of point about Ipswich is that I took a look. We'll talk about this some other time too. I looked at some underlying data, and they are performing really, really well. And they're not flashed. They have gotten a little bit of luck, but some of the stuff isn't flashed in the pan. So I think teams are bound to stumble a little bit. But to your point, I don't necessarily agree that it's a must win. But if you want to be in a position to take advantage of the slip ups when these two other teams are performing at such a high clip, then you have to be next to perfect going, especially given the start we had. We still have ground to make up,
Yeah. Well, they're just walking out now, Gabe. I don't know what it's like on your.
Yeah, I'm about to queue up the old ESPN Plus.
Yeah, just let me know where you're at, and we'll sync in. I'm just going to get my water.
Did you all see Connor's ugly orange coffee cup last match? It's horrific. There's an eyesore on the stream. Looked like one of the last season's away uniforms. Do you prefer the pink or the orange, everybody? Let me know in the comments. Conrad. Clark with a brace. Get out of here. You could be right, but I hope not. Conrad just said 2-1 Sunderland. Clark to score a brace. Better Chris not be L, one of our patrons.
Yeah, one of our patrons, Chris L, says we're going to get 100 points and finish third. Sunderland, they've got Patterson, Seal, 09, Ballard, Huggins, obviously formerly of Leeds, Hume in the middle, who apparently a lot of interest has been from Leeds, Barr, Pritchard, Neil, Clark, Bellingham. Obviously that is Joe Bellingham. I'm interested in that Equaz on the bench and Bradley Dack. Leeds have gone with obviously Melier. Gray, it looks like from Sky's perspective, is right back. Rodon central with Strauch, Spence left back, defensive pivot, Ampadu Kamara, and unchanged front four, and unchanged front six, really. And then the bench looks to have obviously Joseph on there, Bamford, Anthony Nonto, Gelhardt, who's back in the equation, Cooper, Ayling.
Equation.
Yeah.
And that he's on the team sheet.
Yep, back in the conversation.
Yeah.
And now the entire Sky coverage is obviously around Jack Clark, he used to play for Leeds.
Look at that midfield of ours. two exceptional midfielders at this level. God, Daniel Farke, man.
Come on, Leeds. Rajiv said, I hate this kit. I actually really like the kit, mate. I actually really like it. I think they've done a good job with it, apart from the Flamingo Land tripe on the side, which makes us look so tin pot.
Yeah, I think this kit looks nice.
Yeah, I don't mind it whatsoever.
It's better than the Pepto-Bismol kit, you know?
Yeah.
Or the nightclub sick.
Daniel Farke, 83 wins from 153 championship games. Mike Dodds appointed interim head coach on December 4th. Right, Gabe. Sunderland to the centre spot, mate, and this is where we get our timestamps. Looks to be nigh on a full house at Sunderland, which is pretty good to say it's on Sky. Leeds are sold
Count me down
out.
to second 10. When you hit,
Okay,
when you hit the
and
10
we
second.
are going in 3, 2, long 2, 3, 2, 1, go, and we're off. Okay, I'll send everybody through the minutes if you want to start with me there when the timer decides to come up. And the timer's still not up, so I don't know what Sky are doing. And we're up now. We've got 16, 17, 18, 19.
We're synced.
Beautiful.
I did that all through anticipation.
Well done, mate. Well done. And
like
if everybody
true
else
center half.
Leeds have nicked it straight away. Somerville on the ball, crowded out.
Oh my goodness, though. They didn't just crowd him out, they crowd him out harshly. I think this will be a little bit scrappy in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see if they press, isn't it? I wonder if Sunderland are going to, because that's what Blackburn were doing, and it doesn't look like Sunderland are doing that, interestingly.
Isn't it ironic that Sunderland Stadium is called the Stadium of Light, where hardly gets any sun at all in the entire year? 15 days of sunshine.
Kamara, Rodon, James, shocking touch, pressed by Niall Huggins there. And Sunderland have the ball. What?
It's just so funny. All right.
Oh,
so Meslier, an interesting development in this, because they will test Meslier with a long ball over the top. His average defensive action this year is under 12 yards. So that means he's not really getting around his penalty area very aggressively. He's not really coming out quite as much as we're used to him seeing. I wonder if he's just trying to limit mistakes. Maybe Farkas told him not to do that because he committed quite a bit of them last season. But it's an interesting development for a side that will test you over the top and make you come out of your penalty area to try to play the ball.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see Leeds in this game be a bit better on the ball. I thought there were a lot of times in that Blackburn game where it was just Strout Road on, and anytime we get further up the pitch, we're a little bit sloppy. Be nice to see has been a bit crisper in possession. Somerville now running into the box. I think we've got a corner there.
Yeah,
or a free kick.
Yeah, it's
a free kick.
I don't know. Right on the edge of the area.
Did that? Do you know what I loved about that as well, Gabe? You had just that galloping Spence there, who was just pretty much on the same level as Somerville.
Do you see? Yeah, yeah. Well, the perspective too. Jed Spence is like 4 yards back, and he still looks taller than Somerville, who's like perspective-wise higher up in the camera lens. That's really funny.
Good opportunity here for Leeds with the corner ball free kick.
I still don't think we're as good on set pieces as we need to be, but the delivery has been, compared to last season, just leaps and bounds ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're okay. I think defending we're okay. I think
we've gone from being woeful to fair on set pieces, basically.
Yeah. We're all right. Somerville now, just over the ball.
Look for Pero here. Ooh, he's gone for goal.
Great save. Good effort from Somerville. He went for goal, far post. Leeds corner.
An underappreciated bit from Patterson here is the way he gets a hand to it and makes sure there's no second opportunity.
Yeah, he's very highly rated, Patterson, by a lot of Sunderland fans. One of my good mates is a Sunderland fan. He thinks he's class. Corner ball. Somerville. Good ball in again. Oh, what a ball in that was. Nodded out. What happened? Did the ball go out?
I think they're calling a foul.
I think the ball went out.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any foul
must
there
have done,
whatsoever.
yeah.
Nobody's.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time a referee's called a foul for contact in the box when there wasn't any on a corner. Happens all the time.
That looked like a really good ball in, but evidently just made its way out. Patterson for Sunderland. Yeah. 4 minutes in.
I agree with you, Callum. Look at all those empty seats, Sunderland.
Yeah, to be fair.
Forced to watch that tripe every week.
Spence facing his own goal, having the old problem of being a right-footed left-back again. It's always fun.
Jorginho gets away with a push there.
Well, it's been a good start from Leeds, Gabe. Good start.
Yeah, so far positive.
Rodon, Strout, Spence available under pressure. Interesting.
Going about 10 seconds back, you can see that space in between the halfway line and just about 10 yards outside of the Leeds' penalty area. You do see a lot of runs going in that area, a lot of just balls being hooked up. It's almost like they're thinking, let's try to put it in over the top of the center house, put it in no man's land and make Meslier make a decision. I do just early on, you see that they're sort of testing that area, and it kind of makes me think that they think there's something to be got there.
Good distribution for him, to be fair. Done well there.
Yeah, it was. He had a good game last game, Meslier.
Yeah, he's all right.
Save percentage of about 75%, so he saved 3 or 4. His distribution was decent.
I think I'd like to see him better from set piece. I think he's awful from set pieces.
Yeah, I mean, he's just not commanding, is he? He's not quite decisive enough. And
he doesn't catch simple balls in the box game. He decides to palm everyone, and that's going to end you in a bit of bother at some point.
And the thing is, if he was like punching or palming with any sort of authority to get it out of the danger area, fine. But more often than not, it sort of finds its way to the wrong foot.
Yeah.
So you just want to be sure that you're decisive. And I think that's an area of his game I'd like to see improve. But obviously, I've criticized him pretty significantly a couple of weeks prior. So I wanted to give him credit where credit's due. Not only did it look like he played better, but the statistics bore that out. Yeah, that's okay. I'm glad that he's blowing it dead though and giving them possession though. That's
what annoys me. Right. Do you know what annoys me there though? Like he's just stood in front of Ampadu. Get out the way.
Yeah,
dopey. All right, 6 minutes 22 gone. Yeah, Leeds, good start. Pretty best chance of the game so far. Somerville, obviously with that free kick, but aside from that, it's been Leeds having a lot of the ball, similar to Blackburn, and not really progressing up the pitch as of yet. Spence does really well there. Spence does really well. Plays a lovely little weighty ball. Rutter in the box.
Get it in there, Georgie. No, a little bit too late, but I like the move.
Good from Spence. Yeah, good from Spence there.
I still have people telling me every day that on Twitter that Jorginho's the best player in the championship, and they keep bookmarking me when I'm saying no, he's not. Like I really like Georgie, but I'm just we shouldn't make stuff up. Like
eye test who is for you?
Yeah, but I mean, we're saying eye test every match. That's enough to say we've got a guy with 14 goals this season in the championship.
Yeah, no, I think
from a wing position.
I think Somerville's the best player in the division at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly can lay a stake to that claim. Oscar pinging us about watching Spence.
Oh, he said.
Yeah, he just sent the group message about Jed Spence. A couple days ago, I tweeted, I was like, I don't have anyone in my life that loves me the way Oscar loves Jed Spence.
It's crazy how much Job Bellingham moves like Jude. It's crazy. Like he's the exact same.
Are his parents having a laugh though, naming Job and Jude?
I feel sorry for his dad. His mum's living in Madrid with Jude, and his dad's living in Sunderland with Job. What a bad mate.
I can't imagine anything worse.
What a bad rock, paper, scissors game that was.
Oh, man. What a nightmare, honestly.
Madrid or Sunderland. Jesus.
Wow. Maybe he's moved to close by to that lovely resort town of Skinning Grove.
Yeah. Dan James nearly getting in there. Unlucky. And Sunderland clear. But yeah, so far, Sunderland not been that impressive. Leeds definitely dominating the game. Anyway, as Sunderland just pick up the ball on halfway here. And
It's interesting
probably,
that Sunderland changed their formation and moved to a like mid to low block 4-2-3-1. It's interesting. I haven't seen them a lot, but maybe someone in the comments can tell me. Do they play like that a lot? It doesn't seem like they do.
yeah. First bit of possession with Sunderland here. Jack Clark receiving it. Back to goal.
Archie Gray's not giving Jack Clark a lot of room to operate.
No, he's not. He's touch
really
tight,
smart.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think Jack Clark's the type of player who would spin you anyway. He's not really that type of player.
No, you don't want to let him turn and face you. That's the issue, you know?
Yeah. I think he's dynamic. He's not like a nimble, tricky winger. I think he's very different to that.
Right.
More explosive.
He's a bit like Dan James. It's not the same all-out speed, but like you don't want Dan James to be running downhill on you, you know?
Yeah. Centre forward's done well there.
Good persistence, yeah.
Kamara battling well. Strout did well as well. I thought Strout was fantastic against Blackburn. Him and Rodon, I thought they were both brilliant. Best game together, I think, as a partnership.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Spence receiving it. Oh, God, one day we will see Spence at right back, Gabe. One day.
Maybe. I don't know.
I really don't say that. Jesus. Suddenly he becomes a left back.
I mean, he might, to be honest. I just can't. Do you see Farke dropping Archie Gray after his performances so far?
God, I'd just love to see the guy.
I can hear Farke. He's not a right back. He's a left back. He's a right back and central midfielder. So we must. It's like,
that's poor from Spence. That's really poor from Spence.
I mean, that's a little bit of rust.
It's just a complete hospital pass. It's a 5-yard pass, that, isn't it? He's put him in a lot of trouble there.
It's a McKennie special right there. Hits 65% of his long balls and then can't do a 10-yard pass.
Wondered how long it'd take.
You're welcome. What's that? 10 minutes and 50 seconds. There you go.
Yeah, bit of an on-event at the minute. Not really anything going on.
And no clear-cut chances, really.
Yeah, feeling each other out. I think Leeds pressing, just bypass there. Jack Clark coming deep.
Yeah, but this is what I like about this team is it doesn't go for an all-out press. It's not quite mid-block. It's a little bit more aggressive than that. This isn't super challenging to play out of, but what happens is everybody recovers. And I think at this level, Farke is really smart. You notice at this level, you don't have Premier League touch, right? So like a lot of these guys are going to play a little bit loosely. And if you're even close to them a little bit and you have good close down speed, you can make things make things really hard for them. Yeah.
It's Perot.
We still have sometimes it's all right.
It just feels sometimes, Gabe, that the best way I'd describe it is, and we're speaking about this the other day, me and my old man, he's flat-footed. Sometimes when the ball gets to him, he's not on his toes. It feels like that's why he's half a yard behind.
Do we think it's that, or do we think everybody around him was just really quick?
Well, maybe that
might actually be. Yeah, we have a pretty quick side.
Yeah, potentially. Sunderland clear. Rodon picks it up, headed back. Done really well there. Oh, Perot, unlucky. Nearly put Rutter through there. Bad touch from Dan Ballard there, centre-back. And here comes Sunderland now. With Huggins, I believe it is. Jack Clark now facing up Archie Gray probably for the first time, running at him. And he does reasonably
get out there and double
very well. He's done very well. Turns in, plays the ball, and is that a corner ball? I think it is. Did well there, didn't he? Oh,
he did.
Scored. Fantastic.
He did, but I'm pleased with how Archie plays him here. You know, like a guy like Clark, you're not going to be able to deny him every opportunity, every single. I thought maybe Dan James should have done better on the tackle, but Archie gets square with him, doesn't do anything stupid, just makes it difficult for him. And, I'd rather concede something like a corner than a shot on target.
Yeah, did well. Come on, Leeds. Defend this set piece. Yeah, and 1-1 Ipswich, which we all knew would frigging happen. Ball played in.
Inswinger.
Well headed from Rodon. I tell you what. Spence looked a little bit lucky there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he didn't know where the
rust here from Jed Spence.
Yeah, he didn't know. I tell you what, Gabe. I think it hit his head, then his arm, but that looked very dodgy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God we don't have VAR.
Yeah. a double-edged sword, isn't it? But yeah.
What coffee have you gone with?
There's just this coffee shop down the street. I had a piece of pumpkin bread with chocolate chips in it, which was amazing. And then
what style of coffee have you gone for?
just an Ethiopian blend.
Oh, okay. Do you not have like flat whites and lattes and cappuccinos over there?
You can do that. No, we don't have cappuccinos. We've never heard of those. Yeah, of course you can. I just drink my coffee black.
Oh, you just have it black.
I do.
That was a difficult answer, that Gabe.
Well, you asked style of coffee. That could mean style of bean, you weirdo. Not like, oh,
Yeah.
did you have a frothy coffee like you like to say?
Yeah, just keep it simple, Gabe.
It's not simple when I have black coffee. What's more simple than that?
I don't need to
He's
know.
wound me up here, everybody.
Bean.
He's wound me up
Spence does well. Perot. Spence in the box. Somerville. No, I don't know what he's doing there. Too many.
Somerville loves that fall down shot.
Yeah, he does. Kamara. Sunderland have regained a bit of position there.
That's your boy, the silky smooth operator. Oh my goodness. Let's see if he really gets him here. This is Dan James making a mountain out of this, but I think
that was a good tackle, to be honest. I thought that was a really good tackle. Strong.
No. He comes behind on the knee, Connor.
Is it a free kick?
It's a champion. Yeah, it's a championship tackle, but yeah, it's not a caution or anything like that.
No, it's not. It's not a free kick.
I think that's poor. I think he gets him. The days of you being able to go through a player to play the ball are gone.
Yep. And Purdue Kamara. Sunderland are up for this, though. You can tell, can't you? They're up for a bit of a scrap today. Perot does really well.
They're going to need a little bit of quality, though.
Dan James. Oh, man. Spence on the outside receives the ball.
I would have loved to see him hit that first time.
Is that corner? Is that corner?
Yeah, it should be.
I mean, that looked like Spence appeal. Don't just trudge back.
What if he hits this first time, though? I think that's there for him. I think he should have tried.
Rutter flicked it on. It's a good start, Spence.
Mixed start, hasn't it?
Apart from that weird header handball thing.
And a couple of loose touches.
Yeah, true, actually, yeah.
He's been all right. But he is a threat. That's the thing. And it's sort of, you know what you're going to get with him, and he's working his way back. But, see, I don't like that. I don't want to give him time to
that's
his targets. There you go.
That's way too much. That's way too much space. That was, if you're not watching, that's Archie just almost jockeying whilst Jack Clark sizes him up there. I think we've got to be tighter there. We've got to be a lot tighter. Dan James needs to get back and really help him out there. And I know he's trying, but he's got to be a little bit more effective there.
It reminds me of, do you remember the time and space that they gave Ethan Ampadu on the ball in the midfield and he played route or long? It's like they gave him like 7 seconds uninterrupted on the ball. So bizarre. I was like, why would they do that?
Patterson kicks it out for their keeper. Looks like the son of Paddy Kenny. He does. Kamara approaching 17 minutes and 15 seconds. Spence with a bit of space here. Decides to cut back. It's a real game of chess, this one, Gabe.
Is it?
Feels like it is.
I mean, I think in chess you don't see the same attacks over and over and over. It feels like we have them pretty well sussed out that ultimately it's just going to take a moment of because they're converging pretty quickly once the ball gets played. It's just going to take a crafty touch here or there. This seems like a game for Georgie to crack them up, to crack open the defense. But so far, he hasn't been involved very much. So well
played. Really nice from Dan James. Somerville. Oh, here we go.
Hit it. Oh, that's a good tackle.
Slow again.
That's a good. He was closed down really well there.
It's that zip, Gabe. It's the zip. He just doesn't. It
wasn't even a full second to get the shot off, Connor. The defender was sliding in on him.
You go to war for Perot.
I don't. You just apply a different standard for Perot or Piru. You don't even use his correct name. You got me doing it again.
Spence tackle. Does well.
Good recovery. But you're right in terms of just his willingness to turn and go on his left. Just not quite.
It's always the same though. It's always been the same. Berardi, Dallas, they've all been the same.
I don't know why, I've never seen one team for so long just be so adverse to getting a good solution in one position. How many forwards and wingers have we bought in the time that we needed a left back?
I mean, wingers will be an unbelievable
Yeah,
amount.
it's unquantifiable. Well, it's very, very actually quantifiable. We just don't know it. But
Come on, Dan, back into position. I think they've got one here as well in Huggins. I think he's a right sider playing left back.
this feels like one of those anonymous Dan James games, and I hope that's not the case. I hope he can show me that he's different this season in more than just end product, but that when a game is not for him, he'll find a way to be impactful.
Yeah.
This is one where just putting the mileage in won't be enough.
I think Huggins is doing an all right job on him so far. Every time it's his first touch, he's really tight on him. Seems like there's a lot of matchups across the pitch here.
Giving him a hug, one might say. Hey. Ooh.
Archie does well. Perot tackled. Kamara does. Bloody hell. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to give Cree some credit here. He's a little guy, and that's brave to stand in there and take that contact. Yeah. A lot of guys are pulled out of that.
At least at the free kick quickly. Play the ball in.
Hit it.
Rutter!
I got to give their center half some credit that they really are.
They look solid, don't they?
Yeah, the timing of their challenges is really good. If they're even a half step slow, it's in the back of the net here.
The ref,
come on.
It's a free kick.
That's got to be a foul, referee.
Oh, here we go.
Shocking.
It's just shocking. It's such a bad call, that. It's such a bad... And we know what's going to happen now, don't we? It's just bloody typical if this happens. Well done, Rodon.
He's just been pulled down.
That's the most blatant foul you'll see in the game. But he didn't want to give it again because he's given about 3 fouls to Leeds in the past 10 minutes. That's all it is.
What annoys me about refereeing. They're so worried about the perception. Just call what's a foul. Don't call what isn't.
Yeah, they are.
And if a team keeps persistently fouling you, have a word with their captain. Be like, hey, seeing a lot of this. If you guys don't want free kicks, stop doing this.
No, that's it. That's exactly it.
It's so annoying. It was such a blatant pull down. Jorginho doesn't get a lot of calls that he should get. It's like he's suffering from that big lad syndrome. That's, you're a big lad. You should handle that contact.
I just don't understand why they gone down there. Clark, anyway, plays the ball in. Bit of room here for Sunderland in Leeds United's box. Somerville fronts up the forward.
That's good defensive play.
Pritchard on the edge. I mean, Melia.
God.
I mean, he made... I don't know why. That looked like a really... He just looks worried. Anyway, I'm not going to go.
Let's not do it.
Yeah, let's not. But yeah, just
ball bounces twice here.
Just looked like a bit of a nonchalant effort from Pritchard, and I don't know, Melee looked worried there.
Well, I guess it only bounces once before it gets to Melee. But yeah, he's got a pretty clear side of this. It shouldn't be.
I mean, it's a good yard and a bit wide, isn't it? Come on.
Yeah. But he does look a little bit slow to it.
Sunderland's first effort on goal. Looks like Bellingham is very, very touch tight on Kamara. Very tight, interestingly.
Yeah. Greg, if the referee had an Ethiopian black coffee, he'd be on it.
Melee. Rutter does really well strength-wise. And he's rolling around on the floor now.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Clark.
I feel like all I've seen from Dan James is him trotting back like that. Just going back like this every time.
Yeah. His tackles are a bit weak as well. Come on. Good block. Man on. I'd love a throw. He's giving us one. Well done, right?
Yeah. Those hurt. A little stinger on the back of the Achilles. That hurts. Sunderland coaches and Oscar look alike. He is a bit, actually. Although that guy's hat fits him.
Strout. No options. Spence. It is really difficult in football when you just be... And teams seem to keep... Swansea almost laid the blueprint for this. Almost at stages when Leeds have the ball at the back going man for man and cutting off our lanes. Swansea did it to really, really good effect in the first half. And it feels like a lot of teams since then have done the same thing. A lot of teams being, Borough and and Blackburn for a lot of the game. And Sunderland seems to be doing a similar thing here, just cutting off.
You'd be
those
really
rails.
thick to just let us play it into our midfielders. You know what I mean? Like, especially given the quality they have on the ball.
Yeah, I just find it interesting how, Ampadu is being followed by Pritchard and Bellingham is just following round Kamara. It's just interesting how they're not being attracted to the ball. It's just they're following the man.
Well, but here Kamara's got loose a little bit.
Spence.
Yeah, they're basically saying this. They're saying, okay, we're not going to let your central midfielders pass or carry through us. We're going to make you go out wide to your backs and see if they can actually play the ball with their feet with us up tight on them. And so far, Leeds have proven, and I think in every single match, that's a good strategy because, again, we don't have a true left back. Byram's done a decent job filling in, and it's done more than a decent job. It's done a good job. But you've mentioned this. I've mentioned this. We've all mentioned this. Where he is not great is if he's getting pressed right to his back upon receiving the ball. Because we just don't. Archie does a better job. We haven't really tried to go through that right side. We've been really forcing it left. So I'd like to see, and I know we want to get Jed Spence working, but like let's try the other side here.
They are very, very. They're pressing high on Archie as well.
Mm-hmm. So you can tell Farke really wants them to move through Jed Spence and try to set things up on Somerville's side, but I just really think that we do better. Oh, no, good job by Kamara.
Ref, come on! It's a dangerous tackle, you divvy. Just where are this guy's standards? He's giving the like really tepid fouls, but then the really sort of like destructive tackles at points when our players are going down. Rutter and Kamara holding the legs. He's just ignoring it. He's not protecting the players. He hasn't got a clue. Again, got another absolute dingbat referee. Cannot be arsed with it. There's no consistency. There's such bad referees.
26 minute and the Connor rage has come out. Come on, Georgie.
It's got to be that sloppy from Rutter. Well done. That's sloppy from them. Somerville wins it. Now, can we create a bit of an option? No, just pass it straight.
No one moves from. You know what kind of drives me crazy is they've gotten into this pattern where when Somerville takes off, the players just sort of watch him. Like no one's picking out an early run and finding unoccupied space. They're sort of like slow running and looking at Somerville, waiting to see what he's going to do.
Yeah,
you have to give him an outlet. If he decides not to take it, he decides not to take it, but you have to give it to him.
Nearly 300 of you in the building. Everyone just get a like on the video. That'd be great. Oh, dear. Well done, Ampadu. Quiet this game so far, hasn't he? Ampadu.
Yeah. Ampadu was in the position that, like, last year, Rodrigo would have switched that ball. Do you remember?
We don't really switch the ball. I don't know if you caught this on my stream. We don't do that anymore. Remember with Bielsa, when you get the fullbacks and you get the centre backs. Really, just Strike's just done it there. Brilliant. And look at the space. There we go. That's what we can. Oh, Dan James. Oh, God, wasn't even under pressure there, and he's mucked that touch up.
But to your point, we don't do a lot of switching from like one of the flanks like that. That's a no. Come on.
That is a foul. That is it. And is he getting his card out? Unbelievable. He's getting his card out.
Show me the replay because I thought this was a posthumous dive.
That doesn't look good. I think he's jarred his leg. Ref, piss off.
Look at the way he's standing.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what I mean? Like a 17-year-old lad's just knackered his leg and he just stood over him like can't wait to give him a card. I didn't need to do that, Gray. I thought it was a lunge, wasn't it? It was last ditch.
It is.
Do you know what the good thing about Jack Clark is Jack Clark's got the ability to almost slow you down and then, essentially just run past you. He slows you down, then just runs past you. He's so good at that little bit of agility there, on just standing. He's very good at that.
Did you hear Michael Owen talking about how players aren't good players anymore? It's just because they have pace, which is pretty ironic because he was a great player until he lost his pace.
Yeah, it is ironic. Yeah, could be said for Dan. Could be said for James, to be fair, and Theo Walcott.
Yeah, but I mean, none of them was a Ballon d'Or level player like Michael Owen.
And DeAndre Yedlin.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you know Yedlin. That guy had motors. He had jets in the back of his legs.
Free kick for Sunderland. Pritchard over it.
In swinging ball.
Yeah. So we need Melee to be big and strong. Nothing stupid.
Oh my God,
oh
he
my
spilled
God!
it.
I thought it was in. I thought it was in. Sunderland have just. It's not a foul, referee. Oh, I thought that was in.
Am I wrong? Did Melier spill that? Did that come into his hands and out of it? I can't see.
I want to see this again. It's a good ball in from Pritchard.
Yeah, he's got to be dealing with that.
He's an
it hits his body.
He's a buffoon. Look at him.
You've got to be kidding me. Call your man off and grab the ball.
Look at his face as well. Look how terrified he is. Like, where is he? Why is he not commanding his 6-yard box?
He has to shout keeper and grab the ball.
He's just a boy. He's a tepid boy in goal. That's what he is. Just no authority whatsoever. And he just panics. He panics the entire defense. Corner. Pritchard knocks it in. Oh, what a save, though. What a save.
That is a good save.
A great save from a Sunderland header. Be lovely to see Leeds just defend a set piece. That'd be nice. Jesus Christ. Sunderland, I mean, they're coming again here as well. Jack Clark. Oh, Spence looks like he's gone right back now. Archie's gone left back. Interesting.
Good. That's a good switch. Well, you have to know with Jack Clark.
Probing here, Sunderland. They've had the best spell of the game, I think. Last 3 minutes. Camera focusing in on Melee because he's been doing a Melee again. That is Melee in a nutshell. It's a brilliant save. It's a brilliant save, to be fair to him. It's a fantastic save. From 0 to hero.
Let's see. Yep, sees it all the way.
It is a good save.
Anticipates well as well. Like he knows he's going far corner. Gets a good quick step on it.
That's good. That's a brilliant save. It's side netting that. Side netting. It's an excellent save, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Got to make up after that.
The corner
was. I mean, really. But hey, it's 0-0. Sunderland's not a bad team, so they're going to have some chances. So that's a big save.
We've got to get better here. We're not dealing with this. They've robbed us again here. It's predictable. Leeds have no options, no lanes, and they're coming. I mean, that's a shocking ball. Sunderland really had us there. Leeds, we're not. We don't really have many passing lanes, and Sunderland.
Go, Dan James, go.
And then again, it's just sloppy, really sloppy. Sunderland seem to be more incisive. A lot of it's coming through Jack Clark and Niall Huggins. It's more incisive than what Leeds are putting up at the minute. We are just huff and puff. Sloppy, really, really sloppy game.
We're not getting much from Pirro or Jorginho right now.
Here we are again. Look at where are we? Where are we here? They've just got too much space. Don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, where was Jed Spence on that?
Yeah. I don't know. It's Archie, isn't it? Archie's now gone back there. I don't know what's going on.
Archie's on a yellow card. They need to make that switch permanent, or I mean, you don't want Jack Clark running on a Gabe.
Yeah, there needs to be more movement.
Stagnant,
it's too easy for Sunderland to defend.
Yeah. Turn quickly now.
Come on. Jesus Christ.
The passing's very sloppy.
We're not dealing with the press either, though, Gabe. They are pressing us quite well. Look, every action we make is going back to goal because we can't deal with it. And Ampadu's complaining there. There's no running. There's no movement.
Yeah. Look at how still it is.
This is the Blackburn was the exact same for large portions of it. Just still in that midfield and offensive part. They're in a really good structure here. I mean, that's a foul. Can he get a yellow card? Please, can you give one of them a yellow card? Because we must have had at least 8 fouls now. And it's him again. Try Hume. He's had 2. So Archie gets 1 and it's a yellow card straight away. Come on.
Gotta say, if not for Melier, it's 1-0 right now. And it wouldn't be. It'd be a deserved 1-0.
It is a deserved 1-0.
Last 15 minutes.
They've been the better team. They're getting more space. Yeah. They're pressing as well. They're defending well, as you've mentioned. They're the better team at the minute, Sunderland. Some over the ball, shocking, absolutely abysmal.
Making us look
abysmal
bad after
balling.
we just said how good it was. Don't get yourself in trouble here, Archie.
Abysmal from Somerville. Archie does well. Well done, Archie.
Yeah, he's got to be careful as well on a yellow card. That's brave defending.
They should switch him, and they need to switch. I think a decision needs to be made now to switch Archie and Spence for me.
Yeah,
Spence
isn't offering much running. Like he's doing okay when he's getting the ball around the halfway line, but anything back in our own area is pressured. He's just going straight back to the center halves.
And everything, Gabe, is being funneled to Jack Clark. Everything. Yeah. So
look at this. It's just slow. There's no options for him. He's turning right and left, and no one's presenting.
Kamara's having to go. Gabe, this was the exact same against Blackburn. It's just because we scored early. That's all it was.
Look at the passing speed as well. Just
This is what I mean. I do want to see more from Peru, though, mate. I do. I need to see more from him. Coming and receiving the ball, dragging the player out of. I don't know where he is.
Jorginho, they're out of the game. They've been marked out of the game. Yeah, see, that's poor.
But Gabe, I feel for everything is coming down Spence. It's just Spence. Spence is the only option at the minute. Look, Somerville's getting frustrated. Ampadu is, Kamara is. Spence is the only option.
Why are we forcing it down Route 1 on that left side though? This is a great save again. Yeah, that's really good.
World class has to be said. It's a world class save that. It's going side netting. It's an unbelievable save.
Yeah. Gets a really good stretch. Gets a good jump. I got a lot of that too. Is just really good anticipation by the keeper as well. See, this is what we want. This is what we want from Melia. We want him to play well. Like that's the agenda. The agenda is for our keeper to play well.
Yeah, there's absolutely no agenda there whatsoever. What a ball that was, by the way. Well done, Spence.
All right, good recovery.
Right, I'm a little bit worried now. Come on, we've shown in 2 set plays now that we are completely nonchalant when it comes to defending. We can't keep letting them get us. They're big boys, but we can't just be relying on Joe Rodon to head this out, which seems to be our plan. Got some big lads.
What's the XG on that, JP? I mean, he gets a good header on it. There are some defenders in the area, but he gets a nice clean contact. He's in the center of the box, about 8-9 yards away. I would say that's a high XG, probably around 0.75, maybe close to 0.8. Probably not quite as high as a 0.8, but
deep ball in. Oh, come on.
We got to stop giving them clear flashes at goal.
Please wake up. Please wake up. We've got to be better here. This is shit. That is not good enough, is it, Gabe? That is not good enough. That is pathetic defending.
What's Pascal? No, that's Ethan there. It's not Pascal.
Yeah, it was Ethan. Just
sort of watching. You have to find a man. It's one of the reasons I hate zonal marking is because it gives people outs. It gives players outs and not get tight to a man once they're in their area. It's like, oh, that's your area. Drives me crazy.
That's a big opportunity missed there by Bellingham, by the way. Free. Completely free. State, this is poor.
This is what I don't want here.
They just know this. Can we have a different plan? Yeah, okay. I don't mind that game. I don't mind
Melia there. Yeah.
Yeah. If we can't play through it, let's go over the press. Rutter does really well there. Getting into the area. Rutter still. Unlucky corner Leeds. Does really well. Gabe, that is a strategy. Yeah. That is, if a team is pressing you so high, play over the press. Don't always have to play through it. It's not working.
Yeah, the Route 1 stuff needs to stop. I mean, you have to bypass some of it. And we have quality. Like, we have quality to do that. I'm not really sure what the deal is.
And then, Gabe, if you're playing Route 1, then you're relying on 50-50s and second balls. If you're relying on second balls, that's just all about energy and endeavour. Right, ball in here. I mean, he's getting a bit aggressive with Pascal there. Pascal, give him a shove back, mate. Ball played in. Somerville. Not great. Didn't have any whip on it whatsoever. Kamara. Come on, Kamara. Quicker. Come on. Quick. There we go. Strout.
I mean, there's just nothing on there. Look.
What's Strout doing there? I mean, James did really well, but he's...
Yeah, let's get on. But where was it going to go? It's a ball into no one, really.
Jack Clark. who is he's the main guy, and we don't seem to have. I don't think they're a bad team at all, Sunderland. I think
No,
they're
they're not
really
bad,
well.
but they're not exceptional. I mean, they're just, it's less so much about what they're doing and what we're not. And I'm not trying to take any credit away from them. That they have a very direct strategy to go through Jack Clark on the right or on their left. But well, we got a foul call there finally.
Oh, he's got a yellow card out. This has been I mean, I cannot believe 40 minutes has gone already. Incredible.
I'm not sure that seems like a makeup, an equalizing yellow card. I mean, it's a foul, but I'm not sure it's a caution.
Oh dear.
You can see that the strategy is just to key in on a player like Somerville and then mark Georgie and Pirro out of the game, and then just make it difficult for the midfielders as well.
But if we're exceptional, we have to work our way around that. And
100%.
the manager has to figure out. But
this is a match for Willie Nanto on the right, and I'm not trying to listen. I'm not trying to take anything away from what Dan James has done. But in a match like this, where you need a really good quality first touch and that breakaway bit of speed or quickness, this is a match for Willie Nanto, I think. I mean, no one's moving.
It's offside, I think. I'd be stuck. I mean, who are we looking at there? Pirro or Somerville?
Oh, Alan, we're calm. This is you don't want to see Connor actually wound up. But I do think this will be a match for Willie. The problem is, and I know we've talked about this, Farke doesn't like to make changes until like the 70th minute. So I don't
you're right.
see...
It's pre-planned. It's all pre-planned. Quicker, Stroud. It's just we're too slow. 3, 4, 5 touches when it needs to be 1, 2. Look, check back, pass back. It's too slow. It's ponderous. That's better. It's better from Kamara. It's incisive, but Georgie's just fallen over.
Foul.
Oh dear, he's off again. Careful. I do not know why he's not changing this over. It's really pissing me off. He needs to put Jed Spence out there.
Yeah, because all Jed Spence is doing is pinching in on the left anyway, because he can't.
Yep.
You can't direct turn when he's on the touchline. Yeah, that's fine.
And Dan James just can't see him in the defend.
Well, they're not giving Dan James any opportunities to get in and run in behind anyway. So
look at this for defending, Gabe. I mean, it's come on. So we keep it, play it between Strauch, Rodon, Meslier. This is what we do. Strauch, Rodon, Meslier. Get it to Kamara. Back to Strauch, Rodon, Meslier. There we go. Over the press. Better. Much better, Meslier. Great ball. Dan, come on. Touch on it. And
get cross. A boot to it. My goodness.
Let's look. Dan, it's not a foul. Get him off.
It's not.
Get him off.
It's not a foul.
And, oh, God. Rodon does well. He can't hold the ball. Gabe, they're pressing high on him, and Dan James isn't good enough to be able to deal with the press. He did really well.
I mean, especially when you're looking for some time and space. When the ball gets in, you got to get a boot to it quickly and move. Like, you can't just give it 3 or 4 bounces and let the defense reset.
Alan Kennedy's bang on. It is the Jack Clark show at the minute. Best player on the pitch.
Stephen Warnock again. Ben, is that your actual last name? So it's not so much that Ampadu has to get involved more. It's the way the defense is setting up and the way they're pressing Leeds. They're doing it a couple different ways. They're not trying to dispossess the fullbacks. They're trying to make it so the fullbacks can't turn and have space. And so that plays everything back. And then they're congesting the middle with 3 guys right here. So they're marking 3 against 2 in the midfield. So neither Kamara nor Ampadu have much room to operate. The antidote to that is what Meslier has done a couple times is take a little bit of time, wait till that press comes up, and then bypass the press by playing it to one of the wingers. The problem is that neither Dan James nor Somerville yet have been able to capitalize on that. We've had the ball over the top a couple times there, they've gotten the ball into some space and they've been too slow. And so the defense comes back and resets. It has to be quicker, as Connor's been saying. So this isn't something that Kamara or Ampadu are going to be able to just do themselves. They're going to need the wingers to play intelligently when they get their opportunities out wide. Dan, I agree. Piru is a passenger today, and so is Georgie. Right now, I think the message for Farkas got to give these guys is, they're making it difficult for you, but at some point you have to step up and say, I'm better than you. I'm not going to let you bowl me over here. I'm going to win possession. I'm going to win a foul. I'm going to do something. And neither of them have done a very good job of that. I think Piru has been worse than Georgie, but Georgie's had a tough time as well.
They're miles better than us here. Miles better than us.
With a young team, sometimes it's easy to get frustrated when you're getting pushed around, and that's what's happening. We're getting pushed around. God, look at all those empty seats, though.
What's going on? Where are we for the second balls as well? Second ball.
Lots of gaps in space, too.
They're winning every second ball.
Watch for a far post runner.
Who's in third place and who's in seventh place? Flipping heck.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. We look so abject. 1 minute added on. Sunderland with another attack here. Can Leeds do anything?
Good work.
Still doesn't win it. Ball played in melee. Come on. What's he doing?
Yeah, that was a curious choice by Melier.
Don't know what he's doing there.
Ooh. He might have been onside.
Chill out, mate.
I mean, there's no chance anyway, so it doesn't matter. But Dan James win the ball. They're winning everything, aren't they?
They're winning the seconds as well. It's just irritating. Really, really irritating. Peru is a passenger again. Again. It doesn't help the midfield either, Gabe, because he slots into the midfield a lot. And when, he's not...
Did you see what just happened? You see what just happened with Pascal?
No.
Jed Spence had some space. He saw a runner coming up and he looked him off that time. This is what happens. Yeah.
Really poor, that. Really, really poor.
I don't think we're going to see halftime changes, but I think we should make them.
Yeah, I do. I'd put Nonto on for Dan James, and what I'd do is I'd switch Jed Spence to right back, Archie to left back. That's what I'd be doing. I think this is a huge problem. I don't think Nonto's bad defensively either. So having a Nonto Jed Spence pairing on that side, it's going to be dangerous going forward, and you're going to be able to effectively, hopefully, deal with Jack Clark, who's been the best player on the pitch so far.
Right.
Leeds.
And when you play that diagonal ball to bypass the press, the first touch is going to be more incisive from a guy like Nonto.
Yeah. He's a better footballer. Come on, he's a better footballer.
Well, and some matches are just not for some profiles of player. Dan James is a guy that likes to have time and space to run in behind and get his foot on the end of a ball. But they're making it very difficult. There's not a lot of space. So if there's not a lot of space, not a lot of running.
What I think genuinely sorts this team out in many respects, and Farker just doesn't seem to implement this on our playing style. Why do our fullbacks, why do our centre backs not switch the ball? Why do we never do it? Why do we, when we have wingers who touch are so far wide? We've seen that with Dan James, we've seen that with Somerville. They hug the touchline, Gabe. Why does he not say, Strout, when you get, Pascal, when you get the opportunity, Joe, who never does it, when you get the opportunity, look to switch the ball, look to vary it up a little bit. These short, incisive passes between Kamara, Rodon, Strout, Spence, Kamara, Rodon, Melier, Kamara, it's not getting us anywhere. It was the exact same in the Blackburn game. It was the exact same in the Borough game at points, and the Swansea game in the first half. The problem is we're getting ourselves out of a lot of predicaments, in my opinion, because of our quality, our individual Premier League quality going forward. The issue is, I still think, with Daniel Farker, I've still got a few questions systematically, because I don't understand right now and in those previous games why we are not bypassing, going over the press, because we can't play through it. So I don't get why he just continues with.
Well, but you did see it. You did see it in the last 10 minutes. Melier tried the same ball 4 or 5 times, and to be fair, it was on for him every time. It would go to a player who didn't deal with it, right? So I think that, and this is where I would, if he doesn't make the change, I would give some light criticism to Farke, because when you're trying and you have something on to bypass that press, and you don't have a player on that can handle it, that can play that his first touch into a threatening area, then you have to make that change. You can't wait till the 70th minute.
Yeah. What about Pat coming on to hold the ball and allow other? Leave that on there. Did Gabe see Melier's worldie? Yeah,
did. Gave him credit for it. Is great save. Absolutely great save. He's been good today, Melier. A little bit indecisive when the ball comes in on a set piece. You can tell sometimes he just gets caught in no man's land, and he isn't always very decisive. There have been a couple scares there, but in terms of the shot on target that he actually faced, superb. Absolutely superb.
Front four look off it, says Joe. It's 0-0, lads. For us to get promoted, it's about dealing with teams like this. I'm sure we'll come out a different. Yeah, and Alan, they need to, and you're right, mate. He needs to go in and start, for me, implementing a few changes though, because they're going to come out the exact same in that second half, pressing on our midfield, and not allowing us to have those passing lanes through to our front four, getting tight on our wingers. He needs to go in there and start. Something needs to change, and that's from Farke, in my opinion. Not just substitution-wise, but I'd like to see some playing style tweaks as well. When the centre-backs can create angles, and they can see the entire pitch, in front of them, I'd like to see them switch the ball a little bit. A few long balls, not just Melier putting the long balls in. We need to switch it up. This short, incisive, stupid passing thing consistently, it just doesn't work. It hasn't worked in the last few games. It hasn't, in my opinion. Pritchard's set pieces are deadly. Must deal with them. Yeah, they are very good, to be fair. Someone just snapped Clark in two. I think Archie tried to do that. He got a yellow card in the 27th minute and is now on a tightrope. Get Gray off immediately. I don't think Gray's been that bad. I don't think sometimes
there's nobody to put on for him.
We don't have this abundance. That's why we always talk on the channel about getting fullbacks, because we need more fullbacks. We keep talking about it. This is why I never understand why everyone's okay with just Byron rotating and being available twice a year. I think it's one of those things where we need to look at this now and think, Archie Gray has to stay on, but he has to move to left back. And as we keep saying,
I don't think he'll do it.
He won't do it. He won't do it. He's never going to do it. But the problem is, what you're getting is if he doesn't do that, then Dan James literally has to be in fullback mode, and we need to use him as just a defensive option, to be honest.
So wait a minute. Let's stress some stuff in the comments, because people seem to be piling on Jorginho here. Listen, he's not been good, but you have to watch the game outside of just a positional analysis, right? So the way Sunderland are playing is they're basically saying, hey, Leeds, in order to get in to the spaces you want to get into, you're going to have to bypass our pressure and play the ball diagonally and over the midfield, like past the midfield.
I think he has. I think he has. He's not. Dave and a lot of other people. I think I completely disagree with you. I'll tell you why I think Jorginho Rutter's been good in this game so far. He's starved of service. We keep saying this consistently. We're not playing out from the back. We're not reaching the midfield, never mind the attacking quartet. And anytime we've done anything, got a couple of corners, it's been through Rutter. He's had a couple of sloppy touches, but when a striker isn't getting the ball, he's going to be rusty because he's not getting the ball.
Well, and they're making it hard for every single one of our attacking players. What has to happen in order for Jorginho or Piru or any of those guys to get in a danger area? I think Piru's been worse than Jorginho. But in order for them to get what they need to get, you need to have, when that bypass ball comes in, you need to have a winger that can take the ball down and not let the defense resets. But the problem is everything's just been slow. Everything has been a little bit sloppy. And we're not building out from the back through a midfield because they're not letting us play that way. We're having to play a ball or a diagonal over the top. Nobody's wrong by saying none of these players have in the attacking third have done well. But it's not so much because they're individually playing this shocking match. It's more about what Sunderland's doing, what we're not doing to counter.
But yeah, I agree with all of that. But yeah, and someone just said in the comment section below there, get Archie off for who? Please find someone. No, don't know who's coming off for. Shackleton's not available. Not that you'd want Shackleton against Jamie Jack Clark, I should say, at any stage of this game. To be honest with you, what are we gonna do? Like, we've got a left back. Oh wait, we haven't, because we've not bought a left back in about 8 years. So yeah, get Archie off for who?
Tanner said, "What about playing Gruev at left back?" Bold. I don't think that's. I get the point though that we don't have a lot of options.
And I've just seen Luke Ayling. I've just seen lots of people saying Luke Ayling, which is
SST said, "I'd rather have Archie on a red than bring Luke on."
Listen, let's look at styles, right? If Jack Clark sees Luke Ayling coming on, what do you think Jack Clark's going to do for the entire 45 minutes? Luke Ayling can't defend. He's not been able to defend in 3 years. He's not quick. He's not dynamic. His decision making is poor when it comes to defending and attacking. What is he going to do against arguably the best winger?
Why do people want Liam Cooper in the game? Like, what about our center half play hasn't been good? I don't get that.
Sean says Spence to go right back and Gruev left back. I don't know, Sean. Have we seen anything of Gruev at left back? I don't know. Is it just because
I haven't seen it, but it may be something that he's done in the past. I don't know anything about it.
Maybe he has. Yeah, you could be right, mate. But yeah, cheers to the donation, Sean. You could be right though, mate. Who knows? What Harvey says, Connor, what positives have you genuinely seen that half? No, mate. No.
He's had a nice sip of water.
Yeah. The
He's hydrated.
Alien at number 10. I would say, Gruev has played left back for Bulgaria. There you go.
Okay. All right.
I would say I haven't seen any positives personally this first half. I think the positive is it's 0-0 and we're lucky.
Yeah. I guess that's my positive. The positive that Ilya Melia made an absolutely exceptional save.
Yeah, he did.
That's my positive. And I think
really
that some of the defensive play by some of our players has been solid. But that's about it. There hasn't been a lot in attack that we can point to.
I do agree. I do agree with Mark. We've not been convincing for weeks, but we win and we've played well. Just like, is that a bit of a contradiction there, Mark?
I think he's trying to say we've not played well. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. We've not. But I agree. Mark, I'm completely on the same page. I don't think we have played well, but we've won, and that's the only stat that matters at the end of the day. But I completely agree with you, mate. You can lump loads of games in there. Swansea, Rotherham, Middlesbrough, Blackburn. We've not played well in any of those games. The last game, in my opinion, where we were absolutely unbelievable. Well, probably the best I've seen this season. I'd probably put Leicester up there, but I'd say Huddersfield as well. That first half was insane. It was fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we've been playing well at all. I think a lot of the times, Lee, we do just look for our front four to bail us out. I don't think systematically we're great, to be honest.
Yeah, Jamie's point is good. Sign of a good team, though, is not playing well but getting results. It's a sign of a team that gets it done, right? I think that you have to contextualize all of our criticisms here. We're doing it in light of wanting to get an automatic promotion spot and knowing that. So it's not that it's not enough to be good objectively, but in order to get to one of those spots and to catch up to some of the teams and the rate of their performance, you have to be great. So far, that's what the league is showing us. So, Liam,
they're not as well, mate, because Spence, drum roll. Gabe, do you want to finish it off?
Spence is really rusty.
Yeah, and he's not a left back, so he's never going to gel. He's never going to gel thoroughly with some of the.
To be fair, though, I don't want to let him entirely off the hook, though, Connor. That some of the things that whether you're playing left or right side, some of the passing has to be tighter. Some of your first touch has got to be better.
Yeah.
So, no doubt that he's not been particularly sharp, but.
But as well, Gabe. A little bit more. Me and you have had multiple conversations. It'd be so difficult playing on the right hand side with the left hand side if you're a right back. Your entire body position is different from the right side to the left if you're right footed, obviously right back. If you're a right back, you're
a real dominant foot player, yeah.
But mate, your body is open consistently. If you're a right-sided right back receiving the ball, your body is open every time Spence receives the ball because his strongest side is his right on the left. His body is closed because he's not a left-footed player. So I don't know what he's not going to be this world beater. Dallas wasn't that. He wasn't. Dallas would always check inside. The exact same. So yeah, I don't know, mate. It's just you know what the overriding message is, Gabe. Go get an effing left back for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that, I mean, you want at a certain level, and this is the reality of playing in the championship, right? Is that there are a lot of players who are not going to be great with both feet, and that's sort of the standard at this level. In the Premier League, yeah, you should probably be able to play both sides if you're a wide defender. Not everyone can, but you know the teams that are making noise certainly can. It's just the way it is. But yeah, it's been poor, and I think everyone's right. I want to push back against singling out any of the players that have been marked out of the match, because we haven't done anything as a team to really address that. So, and when we have, it doesn't come off. So, really need to see some changes here at halftime. I don't think this is one of those ones that we can go to minute 70. Yeah, you're gonna get more water, Connor. Yeah. Michael Pollard, I saw that you were in the chat. You made a really good point earlier. You said, my friend, that we haven't seen any crosses coming from out wide. We've been scoring recently based on off crosses, and I agree. We just haven't been able to get in the kind of spaces we want to get in. Our players haven't been comfortable, and we haven't talked a lot about Sunderland. We have to give Sunderland a lot of credit. They're making things difficult. They're making things hard for us, and they're giving us all we can handle on that on our right side. Their left as well with Jack Clark. So. It's one of those matches we're just gonna have to grind through and hope for a result. Somebody want to shout out the other scorers? I know the Connor said we shouldn't be doing this, but let's see what the can't get the ball to feet, so we can't do that. Yeah, no, I agree. But we do have, to be fair though, there have been a number of times that Dan James has gotten a long ball from Ilan Melier and hasn't really been able to capitalize with a nice first touch and a strong, decisive action. Instead, he sort of let the ball bounce a little bit and shielded it away and lets the defense reset. And you can't do that. You can't do that against a pressing defense. You have to attack them while they're vulnerable and be quick. Let's see. Field games are even at times, but our quality burns teams. Yeah, I agree, Barry. I'm not sure where that yeah came from. I sound like a cowboy. Yeah, Barry. We come good usually in the latter. I agree. We tend to be a good second half team, but you would like to see us, we didn't really pose much of a threat. I mean, how many shots on goal did we get? I think I haven't had a chance to look at the statistics. It hasn't been very compelling. He's our favorite Yankee. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate the song, mate. Wouldn't it be good to have a Clark and Gray in the side again? Yeah. Yeah, something tells me, Michael, that Sunderland aren't going to be selling Jack Clark to a championship rival, but would be nice. Oh, it looks like the match is back. Sunderland back out on the pitch. Yeah, there's Jack Clark. Leeds team back out. Rodon with the grass stains from hell. If we swap fullbacks, they'll just swap wingers. JP, that's true, but Jack Clark is better attacking from his left, not from his right. So if they swap Jack Clark, I mean, we know he's going to be pinching inside. So it's a little bit less of a threat. I'm not sure about that. I don't think there are any changes at half just yet. I don't see any anyways. I've not seen. Looks like they're coming back with the same 11, which is, a bit disappointing. Is it worth the risk to keep Gray on the right? Might be a bit nervy. Yeah. I mean, I think we both said that we would love to see them switch up, but it looks like that's not what they're going to do. So, all right, we're back on. And immediately we see a diagonal ball. And Sunderland headed out and defended, but now we have a throw in there and deep in their area. See, you can tell Farkas told them right away, hey, that diagonal's on. You have to play it. You have to play it. And even just the pace. and some of the endeavor movement a lot snappier. I mean, it's only been a couple seconds, but you can tell already they've been getting some clear direction here. Oh, Spence is having his jersey pulled. Difficult ball in, but well dealt with. Oh, okay, a little build up here. It all still seems a bit frantic though, doesn't it? Oh, Jorginho does really well there. Or was that Spence? Yeah, it's Jorginho. I'm watching it off my phone, so it's a bit smaller. Ooh, let's not get into that. It can be a bit dangerous, but Sunderland throw. No changes at halftime as of yet, but Connor, the first ball they played was a diagonal ball. As soon as we got it, as soon as we played a long diagonal. So you can see the instructions have been divvied out. Oh, come on, guys. It's got to be crisper around the penalty area. Oh! Ethan Empadu loves a long
Gabe, I'll be honest. I think you are now a lot further ahead from the commentary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm on 46, 30, 31, okay, 32, yeah. All right. 33, I'm on 34.
Let me pause it. Just when it hits 47 minutes exactly, I just count that.
Well, just tell you when I hit 47.
I mean, well, just give me a couple seconds, but yeah.
52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 47. Okay. Miles ahead, mate.
47:07, right? 8, 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
God. I can't. Oh, it's a lovely ball. That's what we need to be doing more of.
That's what we did right on the restart. Just immediately hit a diagonal ball as if to say, we were listening. We understand. Oof.
Oh.
Wow, it lucked out.
What a ball. Well, either that or that was a brilliant ball.
I thought he mishit it. Gotta be honest, conditions out there don't look great, but it is also just another day in the championship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you do it in Sunderland? No. What did you say?
That is the question, though, isn't it?
Oh, why has he got so much space? Oh, Christ. No, that one's got to go back to the keeper. Oh, good save, Melier.
Yep. Another corner. Here we go. Ball played in. Does well. Oh, penalty in it? No?
To be fair, that's pretty sort of hits it right at him anyway. But
oh, I tell you. Look close, that one. Jesus.
All I can think of is that Mr. Bellingham has to live in Sunderland.
Strauch plays it out. Good ball. Forward at last. Strauch again. Somerville.
Oh, they're all over us here. It's just...
There's no break. There's no break. It's just so quick from them. With us, it just takes ages and they're able to reform. And, you know, I mean, Rutter, come on, fella. Making Jack Clark look like Rivaldo.
Well, and they're at some point, too, as a defender, you have to, like, not put the players right in front of you in a difficult position. You have to know that, all right, these guys are all over us. I need to bypass this man and play to the next guy. So now
Kamara.
put them in a bad position over and over and over.
Rutter, don't give away a foul. Right, Leeds throwing in the corner.
Wait, now you're ahead of me, I think.
Armour.
Oh, what's the clock read?
I'm on 49, 50,
How did that
51,
happen?
52. I've not had, it might have jolted when I looked away. 55, 56,
In the
57,
50th minute, right? 50th counting up?
51, 51, 2, 3.
Okay, I'm there now. Yeah, it jolted up. We were all synced, and Connor's trying to make me look bad, guys.
Archie throw.
It'd be really funny to hear Farka mad and like talking just because of his accent.
It's been a very, very naughty boy.
Yeah, he has like a Disney toy maker's accent, like one of those old.
You've been an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, definitely from a different part of Germany than like Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah. Kamara. Absolutely. God, we look so championship.
Kamara now it's sunk in where we're at now.
Yeah,
this is no longer a Premier League side.
They're just able to. I mean, Spence there is just killing us going forward. Anyway, we're just getting nothing from Spence, apart from those brief moments.
That text from Oscar seems a long time ago.
It does. It does. James. Perot. Good ball. Rutter. He's got so much to do, but Rutter. It's him against 4 centre-backs or 4 defenders, I should say.
It's not a match for Dan James. I say that he probably scores now, but
that always happens. I keep saying that, and he scores.
That's right. It's been happening to you for weeks, hasn't it?
No, I thought Ampadu was going to shoot. Kamara saved. Thought that was a bad option, that from Glenn Kamara. I don't mind a shot on goal, but I felt that we were building quite nicely then. No, it's not a penalty, that. Don't know if it's showing that again on yours.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's showing the Dan James thing. It's not a penalty. It's a pure dive.
I agree. No pen.
To be fair, yeah, Dan, I mean, he's not even touched him. The little git. Embarrassing how he stayed down after that as well. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Shameful.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
God, the pace of this match as well. Do you remember that scene in Mike Bassett when they're playing Egypt? And it's just like a slow kick. And you hear like elephants and things like that. And everyone's just tired in the stands. It feels like one of those matches. Just nothing.
Dreadful match. It's a dreadful match. It's awful. And we are offering nothing. Who the hell's Eddie Reimer? Did you see that?
No.
Leeds, I didn't even realise we had somebody in our coaching. Apparently Eddie Reimer on the Leeds bench has been booked. I don't even know who that is. Can he play left back? Rutter.
A man named David Brown has been booked.
Archie, on that right-hand side. Dan James, don't be sloppy here. And please don't give it back to Strauch somehow. And he has done. Let's give it back to Ampadu. Same position.
But don't give it back to Strauch.
Okay, good ball, Rutter. Dan's in the box. They're defending really well. We're not. Archie. Straight to the keepers. That's rubbish, Archie. Absolute garbage.
Somehow you've gotten another like 10 seconds ahead of me.
Have I?
Yeah, I'm not sure how it's happened.
It's not jolted this time. Might have done before. So I'm on 14, 15, 16, 17.
Maybe your whole stream is sped up. I don't know. 18.
What, it's just on ×2 speed?
Yeah, that'd be funny. I'm not even seeing the... This is weird. I'm not even seeing the... That's really odd. Let me see if I can sort this out. Who cares?
Maybe you've had a buffer that you've not properly seen.
Well, I can't even see the now when I do the side view, I can't even see the time and the score. Like the view is oddly skewered.
I've got Rodon bringing it out from the back here. Just for everyone else, synchronized wise, it's 53, 54, about to approach 56. 7.
Yeah, I'm a
8,
solid
9.
8 seconds behind now. I don't know how that's happened. You know what? I'm going to restart it. There's only one thing to do.
Please get an on, for God's sake.
And it's going to be the 68th minute. He's going to call the sub. He's going to get on by 70th. I'm telling you.
No. But just, I mean, I know you're not watching it right yet, but it's just the exact same thing. Rodon saying who's there, Strauch saying who's there, and nothing is changing. And we're back to Melier again. It's tripe, this.
But Barnett's playing Newport.
Who? Oh, Barnett.
Barnett's playing Newport. What a display of football that must be.
Probably as good as this. Rutter wins it. Play it inside quicker. Doesn't. Loses the ball. Somehow keeps it. I mean, I don't know what he's done there, but he's still kept hold. That's incredible from Rutter.
He's just sort of like a pinball sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, there's about 4 players there, and he somehow lost it twice and was able to get it back.
Oh, someone's getting cautioned for this? Oh, no. He's just pulling out the spray. Never mind. I was like, what? I'd be feeling very hard done if there was a caution for this. Well,
I think it'd be cooler if Somerville had Crescencio on his back.
I mean, Jorginho is one of those guys who also doesn't wear shin pads, and for some reason they've always bothered me.
Somerville with the free kick, approaching 58 minutes. Come on. Jesus Christ. Somerville. Shocking ball. Not even in front of anyone in the box to run onto. Just average behind everyone. Throw into Leeds. Just make
Sunderland would be sponsored by Jameson's ginger and lime. It's disgusting.
I think this is Patrick Roberts, which is a good substitution, positive substitution for Sunderland. I'd like our manager to do the same if he fancies at some point.
Not close enough to the 70th minute yet.
No, it's not, is it? I mean,
I think you've jinxed us with a New Balance shirt. If you had worn your Strongbow top, this would have been avoided. The Fowler top.
Oh yeah, that's it now. I'm the black sheep for not wearing it.
Yeah.
Simon, to be honest, mate, I've just seen you've said there, Phil Spencer's too high up setting the attack, or is it me? It's not, I don't think it's any individual player. Leeds we're not able to deal with their press. Like, we're not getting through at all. Look, they're pressing, we go back. They press, we go back. We can't deal with it. No one's willing to get the ball and take a risk. The only risk taker at the minute is Rutter. Is Perot on the pitch?
To your point, though, not having either fullback being able to really do much with the ball once they get it. Like, they're not making anyone miss. It's almost like they've been instructed by this interim manager, hey, don't go for the big tackle. Just pressure,
Well, Spence. Kamara loses it. Bellingham. I think Bellingham's had a good game. Really good game. Strong in there. This feels like in the midfield we're getting outnumbered, and that's what we always see.
Yeah, they've got 3 in there, 3 to our 2 every time.
It's the thing, mate, with Perot. The thing, he's supposed to act as another midfielder, but he's not. He's not a midfielder. He just floats. Jack Clark, anyway. Pritchard, lots of space here. Closed down well by Ampadu. Dan Ballard.
Yeah, I almost feel like that 4-2-3-1's a bit of a sham formation. It always feels like a 4-2-2-2.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys. The passing just has to be better. All right, good job, Melier.
They're a bunch of young lads as well, though. It's definitely key to note that, you can tell.
Yeah.
Two relatively young teams facing each other. Ampadu just boots the ball straight to the centre midfielder. I think that's probably the worst pass of the match, Gabe, if you've seen that one yet.
Yep. That is pretty rough.
It's got to be the worst pass maybe Ampadu's put in this season, I think. Somerville anyway. Leeds with potentially a little bit of a break here. Tackled really well. Somerville getting no loose change here. Spence on the overlap. Does really, really well. And he just can't nick it in front. Leeds are just seemingly not getting anything in this game. Leeds win it back anyway. James does well. Ampadu. Come on, Ampadu. Turn out. Safety on for Ampadu. God, it's slow, Gabe.
Yeah.
God, it's slow. Jesus.
There are a few. Everybody in the chat, you know those friends you have that are you don't want them to suffer, but when they do, it's funny. Connor's one of those guys. A little bit of endeavor on that right side, though, for a change. God, what's going on with our midfield today? Even when they've had opportunities to put something on, they just can't.
Yeah, been poor. Really poor, both of them. Oh, player ratings is going to be fun. Jesus Christ.
Alan, Bamford can't hold the ball anymore. This isn't 3 years ago. He hasn't been able to hold the ball for years. I haven't seen him in two full, albeit barely played these 2 seasons, but I haven't seen him be able to hold the ball under pressure. Maybe I've seen it happen once, twice, but we keep saying he can do it. He hasn't been able to do it in years.
Oh, dearie me. It's going to be a moment of quality, this, if we're to win it, but there is no sign of us winning this whatsoever. And like you said, Gabe, he's going to do his old thing where he brings him on the exact 70th minute. Yep. Probably the 85th if he fancies it. Jaden Anthony will be on in the 85th, as we always see. Just completely pointless. Just don't understand it. Oh my God, we've switched the ball.
Outrageous, isn't it? Not even really a full switch.
No, it wasn't a full switch.
It's just a pass across the pitch.
Oh, well, that's the closest we've been to there. You know, a bit of movement, a bit of dynamism.
I gotta give Sunderland some credit. They've really done a good job defensively today.
Yeah, we just I mean, we've just caused them no issues whatsoever.
Look at how quick their centre half step up.
And Rodon's had a nightmare, and Sunderland have a bit of an opportunity, and Ampadu's in the book here. Don't know what on earth Rodon's doing there. This has got to change. This is dreadful. Dreadful. And I will say, once again, Blackburn wasn't good either. Swansea wasn't good either. We're just winning, but we're not playing well. We're not. I'm not having it. We're not playing well.
Hey, do me a favor. Just hit pause for 2 seconds, then unpause. I can't do with being 2 seconds behind you, and I can't catch up.
I'm on a stream, mate, so I can't pause it. Hold on.
Sure you can.
It just pauses the entire thing, then goes back to like a future bit, if that makes sense. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, go on. So what minute are you on?
It's literally just I'm 2 seconds behind you. That's it.
I just paused it for a little bit, so I don't know if that's the 2 seconds. What minute are you on?
I can't see now. I have to flip the fucking.
It's an absolute shit.
Yeah, this is terrible. 64, 07, 08, 09, 10.
Okay, I'm still ahead of you. Right, hold on. All right, I'm just holding it now.
So I went from having the speedy stream to having nothing. I think they've switched it or something because I can't even see the. Something changed here. I'm not sure what it is, but
right, they've got the ball out wide. I did pause it for a bit.
Gary, I think it's a bit harsh. Fark is a clown. I think it's a bit harsh.
Good opportunity there for Sunderland.
Lofts, you're right. We are Connor and Grimsby as good as Leeds tonight. Doing the Jack Harrison. Oh, no, I look up at the sky just then.
Stroke. It's so frustrating that he actually is waiting until the 70th minute. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Just bring the subs on and give them an extra 5 minutes, mate.
We've been talking about it for weeks now. He just sort of he must just have hey, I've seen data and it shows me that players need 70 minutes to but I don't know. It's bizarre to me. The game has been crying out for the change since before halftime, and we're just not going to get it till the 70th. Which means, I mean, if Sunderland start taking their time, they may be really happy to get out of here with a 0-0 draw. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll go for it, but they've been so defensively compact. I can't see them risking that.
Spencer's been one of the best outlets. He has. He's been the only outlet. Everything has just come through Spence. Spence running on, him taking a man on, and trying to commit.
A lot of it is we're really forcing the issue on Spence's side, though, Connor. I don't think we've gotten much from it. Like we haven't tried to go through Archie at all. I mean, maybe it's just that Archie's not comfortable doing that. I don't know, but quick.
Can we switch around maybe Somerville and James? Can we switch around Rutter and Perot a little bit more? Get Perot off, actually. No, get him off. Useless. Done nothing again. Oh, this is so difficult to watch. It's like so boring. Rutter does
it's
well.
Like watching a kickabout, really.
Rutter's at least trying to do something, but it's not happening.
Our team is again. I think it's a little bit of inflexibility on behalf of the manager, and then some of it's just young player woes. We're an easy team to frustrate. We're an easy team to. I don't necessarily know that. When I say that, it doesn't mean that we're easy to beat. I mean, because that's not the case, but we're an easy team to frustrate and get under the skin of. And it just, I don't want to say heads are gone because we don't start making massive mistakes, but I'll be very impressed with this group if they're able to scrap out a win based on, although again, it's on with Nanto here. I think this is a match for Willie. Dan James hasn't gotten a foot in all match. That's a foul. Yeah.
Ipswich 2-1. Fucking hell, man. Oh, can the Championship just be relatively good and give Ipswich some competition, please? Flipping heck.
That's another thing too, Connor. One of the comments just said that wouldn't you rather see Jorginho as the withdrawn player? I mean, he's more of a playmaker anyway.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I guess I would rather, if he's going to get marked out of the game, I'd rather Pero be in the box as I trust his finishing ability. It's just pedantic.
He's not that type of player. He's not that type of player. Look at him now.
I know he's not a target man, but neither is Jorginho.
Dan James. Just shite. Get him off. Rubbish. Oh. He's literally passed the ball into Rutter's feet, and let's hope that he can create some magic with like a Cruyff turn and a strike or something. That's literally our game plan at the minute.
Or try to find Cree out wide, but they're on to him. I mean, there's 2-3 guys around him every time he touches the ball.
Well, Gabe, we've got a minute left till the 70th. Then we might see Farke do
Willie Nanto get up.
Yep.
But the thing is, the narrative from Farke, if he doesn't make that change, will be, this is a difficult place to play.
Spencer's done well.
Quality. Yeah. That's good.
Somerville. Work. Rutter, a bit of space. Oh, a bit of space here. Archie Gray.
Hit it.
Rutter gets in the way. Perot gets in the way. Bit of space we had then, and now it's a great ball from Jack Clark. What a touch! What a touch! And
that better not be Archie. That's Dan James.
Oh, and it looks like Sunderland are ready in a sub, and we're not. Good. That's what we're thinking. 75th and 80th minute seen on so.
If we see him at all, you can already hear Farke saying, "We are not entitled to results when we play away. We have to earn everything we get. And we are happy to come here and get a point."
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I mean, like again, he's been good. I don't want. Please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. It's just like you can tell he's not ready to take any responsibility for not getting him 3 points away. You know,
this guy's the top player, by the way. Ekwa. Surprised he didn't start. He's a very, very good player. Got some good players, Sunderland. They have.
Gelhardt's on a bench like I could have been a contender over there. Yeah. To quote Oscar, make a change. I can't wait to see Oscar with that beard up on his face talking about this as well tomorrow. I'll be interested to see how he rates Jed Spence's performance because I think it's been a mixed bag from Jed. I think he's been better in the second half.
He's been much better. I think he's been the best player in the second half, to be honest. Him or Somerville again.
It's not saying a lot. We haven't generated really anything.
No. Ball in the box. Bellingham, Jack Clark takes on Rutter far too easily.
Just
Gray as well. I mean,
now.
Rutter didn't even offer a defensive option then.
Yeah.
That was poor. I'll tell you what, though, Jack Clark develops into the player that, you know, we all thought he was going to be at one stage. He looks blistering. He looks terrifying for fullback. So it's very, very.
I think he looks very good at this level. He hasn't really, honestly, Connor, he hasn't really done anything for me. Has jumped out has been, oh my god, you know. But like, he's definitely given us problems. I think it lays bare some of our issues at the fullback position. To be honest,
Pritchard. Let's take the corner.
Hey,
Ball
Josh, love Atlanta.
Oh, headed out by Rutter. On Kamara as well. Can Somerville get there?
Oh,
yes, he has.
Yep, he's in. Come on. Look at that. Look at how quickly 5 of them got back, though. That reminds me of Bielsa's boys, honestly. Let's see. I mean, who's that in the middle? He's got to be busting a gut to get into the box. Is that Kamara? Is that why? I mean, he's not really an attacking player, but maybe that's why. But still, I mean, you would like to see draw some defenders away by just busting a gut to get into the box. And if Creed decides to take
opportunity here for Sunderland, ball play forward. Oh, deflected again. It's not what we want. Another corner. Patrick Roberts has been good since he's come on. Been a really good substitution. It'd be nice for us to inject a substitution.
Yeah, this is. I don't want to harp on about it, but I don't understand this in-game management today. I don't understand this match plan. I don't.
Anyway.
It's stubborn. Just stubbornness.
Yeah, he is a stubborn git. Yeah, he is.
Do his accent saying, I love the nightclubs in Norwich.
I'm not in the mood.
Come on, just do it. It'll make you feel better.
Pritchard, ball played in. Here we go.
Say in the comments if you want Connor to imitate Daniel Farkas saying, I love the nightclubs in Norwich. I don't think anyone else is in the mood either. Oh, come on. How does that get through there? Good step there, Jed, but... Whew.
Oh, there we go. His boys are coming on now. 73rd minute, Gabe. Nearly had it, mate. Don't know why he didn't just do this in the 55th minute. Whatever. Give him 10 minutes in this half. He's bringing them on now. Just don't get it. Don't understand him.
Bizarre.
Just completely bizarre. Pre-planned subs, like you've said, the same 2 every time. And they're always on at just a late stage. Look, it's all right when it's going for you, but when it's not enough time.
And you know, you got to say, if you are either one of these guys, you can't be happy with this role, knowing that you're going to only get 20 minutes or less every single match to make an impact. That's just not a lot of time.
Rutter coming off. Perot somehow survives. Don't get that. Don't get that at all. That's a bad sub. I think at least Rutter's connecting play and he's trying to make things happen. I'd have liked to have seen him with Nonto, seen what could have happened.
Is Dan James coming off? Who's the second one coming off?
Dan James has gone off.
Yeah, I was going to say better.
As it stands, Leeds are 7 points behind Leicester and 9 points behind Ipswich. And Leicester have a game in hand. That's what I mean, everyone. These are must-wins. They are must-wins. We need to stop. We can't, we've got to keep up the pace. And they're not dropping, mate. They're not dropping these teams. They're just not. Too consistent.
This is what we need to see. No, the Nanto.
But to be fair, though, I'm looking at Kamara. He just left it.
Uh,
Not a great ball, but anyway. Archie, we need to see something. Could have gone down the line there to Nonto. Decided to go back.
it's too negative,
Leeds,
isn't it?
Leeds with the safety on the entire game. It needs to change. Kamara.
It's all too predictable.
Yeah, it is. You're right. You're right. It is. And the ref's doing
It's easy to sniff out. You don't even have to, and this, I'm not saying this is what these Sunderland players are. You don't even have to be very good, like skill wise. I mean, I think they are skilled players, but you don't have to have a high degree of skill to defend this. You just have to, time your challenges right and not bite and just be solid and compact and make space difficult and just make things, just disrupt. That's all you have to do, and maintain your shape. Give a little pressure, and then time your challenges right, and you're gonna frustrate Leeds.
Yes, you are.
Woefully simple.
I think teams have frustrated us a lot more than people think, to be honest.
Oh, no. This is very frustrating.
Nice little 1-2, Jack Clark in a bit of
they
space.
Just run right through us.
Yeah, way too easy.
Leeds space wide.
Well done, Jed Spence.
Uh-huh.
Ball man coming in at the back. Well out. Oh, they're in. Is that counted? It is Sunderland 1-0 up. Joe Bellingham. Been done by Bellingham again. Fucking hell. They've deserved it. We've been absolutely crap. Garbage. Well, you made your subs too late, Mush. There's absolutely nothing that's changed. Nothing has changed. Underperforming players who've not been subbed at the right times. What on earth happened here? We're in a good defensive position here. Ball played in. It's just an absolute... What is going on there? It's embarrassing. Pathetic defending. And fair play to Sunderland. They've deserved it. Shocking defending.
There's nothing you expect Melier to do there either. I mean,
no, he couldn't have done anything.
Right
there.
in.
Just, yeah. It's crap marking. Left him on his own.
Oof. gets a piece of Bellingham at the end too.
And that's game over.
Well, it certainly is if something doesn't change here. What do you think Farke goes with for the excuses tonight?
Difficult place to come. We can't win every game. Something on those lines.
He may, that's what I expect him to do. I think the worst thing he could do is be like, we have to invest in the transfer market because, like as if this wasn't a winnable game with the team we have. I don't think he'll do that, but. All right, let's not go crazy. GDHM promotion over. I think that's a bit extreme. Andy, you can't blame Melier for that goal. I'm sorry. You can't blame Melier. He's in on the keeper with a header. There's nothing he can do. Unless he hits the ball straight at him, there's nothing he can do in that situation. That's really unfair.
Just don't get that. I don't get this guy, to be honest, at points. Farke. Don't get him. Joseph and Bamford now coming on. Just being reactive instead of proactive.
Yeah.
Throwing them on now. Somerville. Shit.
Somerville. Oh.
Absolutely just...
The Jack Harrison ball there.
Guy can't take free kicks. He's lined up about 4 free kicks over the past 5 games. Does the exact same thing every single time. Oh, man.
Guys, it's not even Christmas. Let's not talk about where we're going to finish in the league. We don't know. Anything can happen, but I get it. This is a blow. This
a big
feels
blow,
pretty
this.
bad.
It's a big blow.
We still have time. Let's be real, but Glenn Kamara coming off here. This is interesting to keep. Bamford didn't come on the right time. Can't even do that right. Jed Spence off as well.
What is he doing?
This is weird.
Look at his face as well. He's not happy.
Yeah.
Why? Why? When you need a goal, do you take him off? He's been the best attacking player. Make any sense? Doesn't make any sense. And Perot's still on the pitch.
That's what I mean. It's bizarre that, like, especially if you're going to bring in both these guys for Kamara and the left back, like, who's gonna? Are we just gonna go 3 at the back?
It's gonna get done again on the counter. Look, I get what he's doing, but he's just reactive. Should have done all of the. Should have had this mindset at half time when nothing was changing. At least 5 minutes in, make the change. He didn't because he's a stubborn git.
Yeah, he's stubborn.
And he just waits and waits and waits till post 70. He always does it. Always does it. And it's all well and good when you're winning, but when you've actually got a team who's, a pretty decent championship team, and they've nullified you the entire game and you still just want to do the exact same things. Again, nothing's changed. What's changed in the second half? We're doing the exact same. What have we done?
It's a corner.
Ref can't wait, though, can he? The ref cannot wait to give him.
Mark, I see what you're saying. Like, no one's saying sack the manager and the players. But here's the problem. It's not just a matter of, and I know sometimes this is the default thing many Leeds fans go with. It's just that the desire's in there. That's not true. I think that everyone worked hard. They weren't set up to succeed in this kind of match. The way we had to play today to counteract their pressing is not, we weren't set up to play that way. And the adjustments that he could have made in order to put players on that could do that came way too late. And so, at some points, I'm not saying, nobody here saying we know more about football than Daniel Farke or that, that he should go or anything like that. But we are saying that he clearly got this one wrong today. And he has, at various points in the season, shown a proclivity to be stubborn and not make changes. And he's gotten away with it a couple of times because of the quality we have. But
I agree. I think he does. I think he gets away with it massively because of the quality that we've got.
So I don't think it's unfair to criticize him for today. And I'm not saying we shouldn't criticize the individual performances of the players, but when you're getting marked out of the midfield 3 against 2, and then your wide players either can't play a long diagonal ball or can't bring it down in the attacking areas, then you also can't blame the 2 forward players in Pero and Jorginho for not having really any impact on the game. Because how are they going to do it unless they track all the way back?
But he strategically lost this. He strategically lost it. There's no way we're like a worse team. We don't look tired, in my opinion. I know people have said that. They've set up better, and he's not been pragmatic throughout the game. Farke, he's not changed anything.
And and to the commenter's point, I mean, and I say this a lot, when you have young players and they're frustrated, then maybe they need to be better at certain points. And we've said that about everybody, but it's a team that loses a match, right? From the manager all the way down. So the players don't get off the hook, but neither should the manager.
And just to say, Perot is still on the pitch.
Yeah, I don't understand the substitute. See,
but can you see what Nonto's done straight away?
Mm-hmm.
Why has he waited?
I don't know.
Hey, they deserve it, mate. They deserve it. Reminds me a lot of the Stoke game. Pressing us high, had a bit of a game plan to figure us out, and we didn't have a plan.
And that's the thing, like these teams that come in that decide just to disrupt our game plan, and that their goal, and this is not taking anything away from Sunderland, they have decided we're gonna take them out of their comfort zone, and we think that we can hit them in the mouth on the counter, and that's exactly what they've done. And I think every one of these teams has just been like, hey, Farke won't make changes. He thinks that his system is going to win out.
But it's been on the wall for a while. It's been on the wall for a while. This is Gabe.
Yeah.
We've not been good for weeks. No one just sprinting out for that throw in there either, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I don't know. I understand what you guys are worried about. Bamford is on. Listen, I would love for him to shut me right up by scoring a goal. This would be a good time to do it.
Side to side, side to side. Perot's in DM. That's good to see. Playing it back to the centre backs. Now he's gone right back. Perot. That's where you want your striker.
Seems like one of those things where Willie is going to try to do it all himself because no one else is doing it much of anything. And to be fair, like, is he wrong to try? You know.
I mean, look, Anthony's trying to take him, but Gabe. He's tried, and I don't know what's going on with it.
There's no movement in front of him. I mean, like, this is what happens when you don't get what you want to get from your teammates. Sometimes players just try to take it on themselves, and it's not the way to claw back into a game.
They've been so well structured. We've not had anything. That's why none of them have got the way to create space is take on a man. The only person in this last 5 minutes who's tried to take on a man has been Nonto. Last 5, 10, 15 minutes. Somerville tried for a point, but he's just getting bombarded. Rutter tried, but there's not a collective movement. And it's just slow, it's pedestrian, it's boring, it's crap. This is crap. We are trying, Gabe, and it might sound like I'm drivelling, moaning here, but all we're doing is passing it centrally and trying to break through them when they're set up centrally. Or give
this
it
is
to
what they've been
Nonto.
asked to do, though, clearly.
Yeah.
And the only players that are showing any individualistic endeavor are the ones that have the creative talent to do it because the other guys don't want to get benched next game.
We've got 2 strikers in the box, Gabe. Here's one for you, and we're not putting the ball into the box. We're not even crossing
why
the
are
ball.
we trying to play through the center of them? Look at how many numbers they have clustered in. Look at there's no width. Look at it.
And we're still playing alongside the back. Maybe just Leeds. Maybe just put a ball in. Let's put a ball in the box. See what happens. Might ricochet like theirs did. Remember when they put a ball into the box?
Quickly. Yeah.
It's just Perot.
Oh,
it's probably the best chance they've had, was it? Nearly off the line.
Funny old thing when you let Perot play in a forward area, but what do I know?
Oh, brilliant, Nonto.
Good defending.
It's almost as if he should have been on a little bit earlier because automatically Leeds are 10 yards higher up the pitch because
we were saying in the 38th minute that this was a match for Willie Nonto. I mean, look at Sunderland's commitment to defend, though. I mean, like, I don't want to take anything away from what they've done today because they played a good match. We really are not good on set pieces.
Horrendous. Two probable playoff teams that we've lost to as well, Gabe, as well. Southampton and Sunderland. Interesting development. And Joe Rodon's just kicked the ball out of play under no pressure whatsoever. Sums it all up.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
And of course, because this is the championship and not the Premier League, it's going to be like 2 or 3 minutes of added time. Tops. Willie, just let him get off. Yeah. Dave, Perro's the only guy that's got a shot on goal. I think he and Somerville are the only attempts on target all match. And neither of them looked very close to scoring.
God, so bad this. So bad.
This is really, really bleak.
Well, the worst performance of the season, maybe. One of them, anyway. So bad. No patterns of play. Nothing.
I don't know. I mean, we've dropped points against bottom 3 sides, and it was a little bit worse than this. But
true, Gabe. But at least we saw opportunities. We saw
that's
chances.
true. We just sort of wasted chances. We didn't have anything going today.
This has just been nothing. It's been absolutely nothing.
Paul, maybe there's not going to be a dip. You know,
it's a big blow though. It's a big blow. Ipswich winning, us losing.
Yeah, Ipswich are back up to what is it? 9, 10 points ahead.
9. Yeah, same game's 9 points now. So we'd clawed it, and we still screwed it up by drawing to Rotherham. Somerville's just losing his mind.
Yeah.
Square side. It's so easy to defend.
Yeah, backs to goal. Just play back. Yeah.
Rodon's on. I wonder how many touches he's had of this football. And why did he switch it? Why didn't someone stay out wide? Got 40 wingers on the pit. Oh, Nonso, quality. Unlucky, but at least he's.
They've got 7, 8 guys in the box.
No, Joseph, use your brain. Come on.
And this is why you don't play young untested players in matches where we need points.
Come on, lad. That's poor. Really poor.
I'm not going to hammer him too hard, but that's one of the reasons why when week in, week out, people are clamoring for Joseph. You got to remind them that he's a young untested player and that every match counts for us right now. And I would rather see him in cup matches, honestly, for now. Well, I mean, cleared off the line. That's our best opportunity of the match.
I know they're making a big deal out of that with that try, Hume, but Niall Huggins was behind him as well. He just cleared the ball off the line. It's like, oh my God, Hume clearance. It's like, yeah, Huggins was behind him. He'd have done the same thing. But yeah.
Archie, get the ball in, man. Goodness gracious.
Drag down. Anthony's done well. Quickly pass it. That's it. He switched it. Brilliant. Nonso, you're going to have to touch it, lad. Oh, he's done really well, to be fair. Unbelievable what a switch can do. Come on, you dough balls. Awful from Ampadu, who's been tragic this game. He's been really poor.
Struck with that a bit hard. Coming up to the death here. I still don't see a lot of urgency from everybody on the pitch.
That's another thing. Just urgency's just been non-existent.
Like aside from Nanto and a couple other guys, it just doesn't. I'm not even going to get ahead onto it. No. Did we somehow manage to win a corner?
No. That did look like a corner. Yeah,
that's a championship call there. But to be honest, what am I going to do? Blame the referee? I mean, I bet you Farka will say at the end of the match we should have had a corner. God.
Yeah, guys, I will be back tuning into the match reaction, getting all your guys' thoughts on that after this. Should be interesting. Me and Gabe will be doing a show tomorrow on the Patreon. If you want to sign up, links in the description below. Yeah, this doesn't feel good.
No.
At all.
Yeah, you got a show to do right after this. You gotta reboot somehow.
Yeah. God, really bad. Really, really bad. Yeah, I'm with you, Russ. Mad with him.
You know, I'm going to say something I didn't think I'd say, but if you add a couple blunders, defensive blunders, which we didn't have today, thank goodness, but if you add a couple, this seems an awful lot like Marsh ball.
That's it, mate. Full time. Ugh. Right, Gabe. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate.
Has it? It's been a disaster.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna do the post match, mate. But thank you so much once again.
We'll see you later.
I will. See you in a bit, mate. See you guys. We will see you soon. Swampy, cheers for that, mate. Disaster.